in trouble and you need a helping hand and nothing.
I shouldn't be here, Thorne.
No, Macy, this is exactly where you should be.
I'm getting married tomorrow.
Macy, how could you even consider marrying that scum?
If you lured me over here to badmouth my fiancé.
No. Tonight is about us, okay? That's all that matters.
Thorne.
Look, it's hard for you to believe, okay? I understand. Macy, don't marry this guy. He will hurt you. Far worse than I ever did or could. And I can't let that happen.
Edward, what did you find out?
I'm afraid there's no way to expedite adoption proceedings before the wedding. At this point, I don't even know if we could push an adoption through.
Well, there's got to be something we can do.
Well, you do have possession in your favor. You've raised Eric for years.
Yeah, and he's a happy, healthy little boy. Anyone can see that.
And what about Deacon? I mean, he handed over Eric. He signed the papers.
That's true. He granted Amber guardianship, but Mr. Sharp is still the boy's biological father.
Are you saying that unless Deacon changes his mind that we could lose Eric?
Stephanie. Wow, this is always a pleasure.
Macy was right. You really are moving up in the world, aren't you?
Hooray for the underdog.
The only hurrahs you'll ever get from me are when you have your bags packed and you're on the last train out of town for good.
You are so intuitive. That's so funny, because my bags actually are packed. For my honeymoon, I'm going down to Mexico with Macy and little D.
Is that your term of endearment for Rick's son?
You know, Stephanie, I'm really not in the mood for this tonight.
I'm on to you. The caring parent, all of a sudden, that's just an act.
I do care.
Even if you did, what do you know about being a father? You can't possibly bring any real value into that child's life. If you want to do him a favor, and yourself and Macy, just leave him alone. If you don't, I promise you, you'll regret it.
So you're saying that if Deacon and Macy get married tomorrow, they could take Eric away from us?
Well, the court would most likely view Ms. Alexander as a positive in the child's life.
Well, then you have to stop them. I mean, you have to do something. We cannot let them get away with this. And I mean, listen to me. Listen to me. Becky, she begged me to be his mother when she died. She begged me, okay? I have it on tape. That's got to stand for something.
I'm sorry, Amber, but it's just not enough. I will continue to draw up adoption papers. I'm not saying we can't pursue this, but I am warning you, it's not going to be easy.
This is Eric's home. Can't let Deacon take him.
Stephanie, you know, if I didn't know better, I'd say you just threatened me.
I never make idle threats.
Oh, I know you don't. So, if I don't turn my back on my kid, I'm gonna regret it? Let me tell you something. I know all about regrets. I've lived most of my life with them.
I know that, Deacon, but this isn't the way to make up for it.
Well, it's a funny thing about hard luck. It could be a hell of a teacher. For instance, it taught me that the single biggest mistake I ever made was turning my back on my kids.
That's the best thing that you could have ever done for them.
See, now, I used to think that too, before I met Macy.
Oh, and now you're going to become the perfect parent?
I am gonna do whatever I have to do to be there for my kids.
Eric is not your son. He's Rick's son.
This is mind-boggling to me that you seem to conveniently forget the fact that it is my blood that runs through that boy's veins.
Believe me, I never forget that. But do you think that automatically makes you a father? Is that what you think? Let me tell you what being a parent is all about. It's love. It's sacrifice. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for your whole life.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And I've already missed out on a lot of time.
It's really despicable that you're going to try and use this child this way. And it's even more despicable that you've pulled Macy into this.
I have pulled Macy in it. Macy is behind me 100%.
That's because she's desperate to be a mother, and you've taken full advantage of
I've taken advantage of it. What about your two-timing kid?
She wouldn't have had anything to do with you, ever, if you hadn't used that child to pull her
You know
into
something?
this.
Let me tell you what. I'm a lot of things. Stupid ain't one of them. I know that meeting Macy was the best thing that's ever happened to me, but it's been good for her, too. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna throw that away because this sea of dysfunction that you refer to as your family doesn't approve. Now, my wife-to-be is coming home in a couple minutes, Stephanie, and I do not want to upset her the night before our wedding.
Let me give you a little piece of advice.
Here we go.
If this wedding takes place.
If? Now, here's a little reality check for you. It is going to take place. We are gonna walk down that aisle. You can bank on that. It just hit me. I'm sorry, I know what this is. This is Mommy coming to bail out her cheating son again, isn't it? That's noble.
Thorne's twice the man you'll ever be. And Macy knows it. I just hope that she remembers it before it's too late.
Thanks. Come again.
I may be crazy for saying this, but if Darla's still willing, we could raise that baby.
Don't.
Macy, I know it's complicated.
Complicated?
Damn it, I love you. I love you, and I know that there is a way for us to work through this. Macy, you would adore that kid. I know you would.
And every time I looked at that baby, I'd be reminded of how his father betrayed me.
I made a mistake, Macy, okay? I made a big mistake, but that doesn't change how much I love you. And you love me. I know you do, Macy. God, we've had more than our share of problems, yes. But we've gotten through every one of them, Macy. And I know that we can get through this. I know you can't admit it. But deep inside, your feelings for me have not changed.
Then why am I marrying Deacon tomorrow?
We all need a second chance. Sometimes more than one. I realize I'm asking a lot, more than I deserve. I hurt you badly. It's a wonder you're still standing here, actually.
I'm wondering the same thing.
Macy, please, don't jump into a marriage with a guy like Deacon because I let you down again. Give us a chance. Because I still believe that when we fell in love, it really was forever.
Wrong.
No, Macy, wait. Please. Just let me hold you in my arms. Don't run away.
You're the one who runs, Thorne. To Brooke, to Darla.
But I always come back to you, Macy. Always. Look, one night, that's all I'm asking. A chance to remember how great we are together.
I remember that we had some wonderful times.
We can have a lot more.
So the next time you leave me, I'll have further to fall.
Macy. I'll never leave you, Macy. Not ever again.
Oh, you've promised me that, Thorne, so many times.
I'm promising it again.
And how can I believe you?
Because I need you. And you need me.
I did need you. More than anything in the world. And you weren't there for me. I have Deacon now, Thorne, and thanks to him, I'm happy.
Thanks to Deacon. Or his son. Macy. Macy, I know how desperately you want a family. I mean, how can you not adore his child?
If you're insinuating that I'm using little Eric, then you're...
No, of course not. You're using Deacon. You're jumping into this marriage for all the wrong reasons.
That is not true.
Isn't it?
I have to go.
I love you, Macy. I'll always love you.
Mommy, are you crying?
Oh, well, you know, Mommy's baby, sometimes, they get upset.
Why?
Well, I was just thinking about how much we miss you.
Hey, buddy, why don't you come over here, okay? Come sit on my lap. So, you know about this wedding tomorrow, right?
I get to see the ring bear.
Yeah, that's cool, huh? And then you get to go on a trip.
All three of us?
No, honey, it's just gonna be you and Macy and Deacon.
Cuckoo?
Yeah, that's right, Cuckoo.
And, you get to stay in a big hotel with an awesome swimming pool, and I even heard they have a water slide.
What about Cam? You said you would go canoeing with me.
We will go canoeing when you get back, okay?
Promise?
Yeah, I promise. Listen, buddy. Your mom and dad are so proud of you. And we will always be here for you, no matter what. So, what'd you bring down here for us, huh?
A picture for you and Mommy of Dad, Cam.
It looks like the three of us.
I'm the one in the middle.
Oh, that's so beautiful, sweetheart.
You could keep it while I'm on my trip.
Yeah? You know what? I'm gonna put this right next to Mommy and Daddy's bed. How about that? Okay.
Okay, love bug. It's time for bedtime.
Night, Dad. Love you.
I love you too, buddy. Good night. Sweet dreams, okay? You are not taking our son away from us, Deacon.
Looks like somebody's been painting the town.
Yeah, well, I met somebody for dinner.
Anyone I know? Or do I need to ask?
Deacon, it's not what you think. I got some flowers delivered to me today with a note inviting me to dinner, and I assumed they were from you.
And that's when Thorne made his last desperate plea, right?
You're upset.
No, I'm not. Really. Because you came home to me, and that's all I need to know. Look, baby, we're building a life together, right? And it all starts tomorrow. Exchange a couple of vows, we head down to Mexico, you, me, and little D, and we're gonna have everything that we've ever wanted. You and me. Our new family.
Family.
I couldn't leave. I couldn't. I just stood in the doorway until I fell asleep. God, he is so precious, Rick.
He's gonna stay that way.
Not if Deacon gets his hands on him. Who knows what he's gonna do? He could brainwash him against us.
Amber, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. Eric knows how much we love him.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Okay, he's gonna be so confused. He's not gonna understand why we just handed him over to Deacon and Macy.
It's just for 1 week, that's all.
Oh, and that's supposed to make me feel better? Huh? He doesn't even know them. And suddenly they're going off to this trip to Mexico like one little happy family. You know, we should have adopted him when we had the chance.
No, Amber. The lawyers told us not to. And there's no way that we could have known that this was gonna happen. Look, I know that you're concerned. So am I. But there is no reason to panic.
I'm not panicking. I'm worried about my son.
We will figure something out.
When? Deacon and Macy are getting married tomorrow.
We just need some time to think, Amber.
No, we need a miracle. You know, I was sitting there and I was watching Eric sleep. And it was weird. It was almost like I was looking into the future. You know, everything was the same. Everything was the same except he was gone. He was just gone, Rick.
Amber, don't do this to yourself.
Oh, God, please don't take him away from us. Please don't let him get in the middle of some ugly custody battle. He's so sweet. He's so kind. Innocent. Just keep him that way. God, just keep him here in his home where he's just loved and protected. I know that I have messed up. But please, God, please don't punish him for that. God, I'm begging you, please don't take my baby away from me.